how they want to see when it benefits them.
So I'm making stack pants. And the trick to making stack pants, these are some tights for my daughter. Instead of stopping right here, you're going to extend the leg. That's what creates the stack look. I'm not going to add another pair of tights or another pair of pants to make the stack look. All you have to do is extend the leg. Make it probably let me see. I'm gonna extend it all the way down here, so I don't know how many inches this is. Determine on how big or how noticeable you want the stack to look. That's how long you go. So I want hers to be kind of dramatic. So I'm going to start from right here, and I'm going to go all the way down to create the stack look. So now, as you can see, I went up a couple inches, even right here about an inch, quarter inch, for seam allowance. So when I sew, it comes together. See, I extended the leg long, so this is going to be a real dramatic look. So when making stack pants from scratch out of fabric, all you have to do is extend the pants leg. You do not have to cut and add another layer. Just extend it long. Now this is a remake. This was a dress that I used to wear around the house, cleaning, getting ready for bed, out the shower, and I'm gonna make my baby some stack pants and probably a top to go with it. So stay tuned. I'm gonna repeat this. This is the front side, so I'm gonna repeat it for the back side, and then I'm gonna show y'all the next step. Okay, the next step, once we have the pieces cut out, this is the right side. What we're gonna do, we're gonna flip it. Well, yeah, we're gonna flip it, and we're gonna turn it right sides touching, right sides kissing, right side meeting up for a sneaky link, but whatever you want to call it, they need to be touching. So once you have everything lined up, you can pin. What I like to do is to start at the crotch and pin up towards the waist, because sometimes it can be confusing, but it won't be so confusing on this because these are stack pants and the bottom leg is extended. But sometimes it can be confusing, and you can pin going down instead of going up. So I like to keep pinning from the crotch up to the waist. So now that I have that pin, for me, how I make my pants, I'm going to start at the top, make sure I back stitch all the way to the crotch, and make sure I double back stitch right here. I like to back stitch a couple times at the crotch because, you know, you open your legs and all that. I don't like it to bust. So you're going to start at the waist, back stitch, come all the way down, end of the crotch, back stitch. And we're going to do this for both pieces. Right sides touching, pin, crotch up. So back stitch at the beginning and back stitch at the bottom. This is my back stitch, reverse stitch, which make the needle go back. Some machines has the buttons, some machines have the lever that you pull down. It just varies on the machine that you have. So I'm going to, hold on. So I'm going to sew, and then I'm going to back stitch. See, it's taking it back. Okay, you guys, I'm done with the pants, sewing from the crotch to the waist. So now what I've done is, let me show y'all. I kind of straighten it out. See, from the crotch to the waist. So now I'm going to take the right sides touching, the right sides kissing, the right sides meeting up for a sneaky link, a right sides meeting up to cheat, whatever you may want to call it. Something that I do is, before I pin anything, I like to pin the front seam and the back seam together, just so it can stay in place. So I like the front part and the back part seams. I like to line those up and pin it in place so my fabric won't move and I won't have more on one side or my crotch over, you know, not being in the crack of your hoo-ha. So I like to do that and pin it before I start on my next step. That's the first thing I like to do before I sew my pants together. So now, after I do that, I like to take my crotch, both crotch, make sure they're lined up. And a quick tip, once you do this part, your back of your pants is going to be higher up than your front because, you know, you got your booty and all of that. So I got my crotch pinned. Then I'm going to take one side of the pants. I'm just going to pin down. Every few inches I'm going to pin. If you're new sewing, you might need to use more needles than I do. Make sure everything is straight. I'm going to stop right here, and then I'm going to do the same to this side. So a continued stitch from the ankle to the crotch to the other ankle. One long stitch. Make sure you back stitch at each ankle. And me personally, when I get to the crotch, I like to double stitch a couple times just in case. I don't want nothing busting out. I like to do that to secure it. So I'll be back once I do this step and I'll show y'all what's next. Okay, y'all, I have the crotch seam sewed down on both sides. So now I have did off camera pin the side seams from the waist to the ankle on both sides. So now I'm going to sew, make sure I back stitch at the ankle and at the waist. And then once we do that, we can do a try on and then add a waistband or just pull down and sew, depending on where these pants stop at. Now if they come above her waist at a higher enough length, I will not have to add a waistband. I could just come down and do a hem. But if not, I'll have to add a waistband. So I'll be back to let y'all know the next steps of what has to be done. Guys, they fit her perfect. They on the wrong side. Whenever you have a client, hold your shirt up. Whenever you have a client try an outfit on, you make sure you put it on them inside out, just in case you have to make some adjustments. You can pin it on the wrong side with the right size touching. Here's the stacked look. See how dramatic it is? You can pull it up or pull it all the way down. It doesn't matter. That's the stacked look, and all you have to do is extend the pants leg longer. And however dramatic of the look that you want depends on how long you go. So, what do y'all think? What's up, y'all? This is my outro. If you made it to this point, that means you watched the whole video. I really appreciate you for your support. Like I stated in the last scene, Aja pants came up to a great length. They fit her perfect. All I had to do that I didn't do on camera was hem the waistline. I did make her a top, a puffy sleeve top. That was my first time making a puffy sleeve, which is going to be good for the winter, fall season. Those tops will really be cute. But if you want to see the final look, follow me on Instagram at Remake to Makeup and Facebook Remake to Makeup. Don't forget to like, comment what you want to see next, and also subscribe. Help your girl get to 100 subscribers. Thank you. Peace and love. See y'all next time.